This computerized robot spent the better part of a 1-hour TV show thinking himself into falling in love with another robot, of course. But how about real-life computers? Do the so-called thinking machines really think? Well, do computers really think? To answer that, we'll have to find out what the word think means. Let's see if our computerized friend can help.
My data bank dictionary has many definitions of the verb to think.
What's the first one, please?
To think, to call to mind, to remember.
People can't always recall things the instant they want to, but storing information and recalling it is something electronic computers do remarkably well. In fact, it is this ability that makes their operation automatic. Once programmed, it can refer to its own memory for instructions and data. If remembering were the only definition of thinking, we'd have to put computers in the mental giant category.
It is not to think, to subject to the process of logical thought.
Playing chess certainly involves a high degree of logic. And this computer at MIT has been programmed to play a very respectable game. Its human opponent studies his move on an actual chessboard before feeding it into the computer. The computer then performs logic operations to determine its next move and displays it on this screen. It has even won first place in an amateur tournament. But how can a collection of wired hardware be capable of logic? Basically, logic is a predictable series of facts or events, such as closing this switch and this one to ring the bell. In fact, computer people call this a logic AND circuit. The same components can be rewired into a logic OR circuit to ring the bell by closing either this switch or this one. AND, OR, and many other kinds of elementary logic circuits are the basic building blocks that form the complex logic networks we call computers. The computer controlling this electronic telephone switching office makes millions of logical decisions every day, all with the infallible logic it takes to quickly connect the telephone to any of the more than 100 million other telephones in this country. That would be pretty good thinking if logic were the only definition.
There is also visualization, to think, to form a mental picture of.
All of us are capable of translating symbols into mental images. But computers aren't nearly as imaginative. They are very good, however, at taking abstract data, processing it, and producing pictures on cathode ray tubes. These are the complex motions of an orbiting satellite as seen from outer space. Even more interesting is the computer's ability to simulate designs or systems. This scientist at Bell Telephone Laboratories is designing an electronic circuit by drawing with a light pen on the face of a television screen connected to a computer. He can make changes in the design and simulate its operation without the necessity of actually building it.
When it comes to memory, logic, or forming images, we computers are pretty good thinkers.
Just a minute. Aren't there any other definitions?
Yes, to think, to perceive or recognize.
I think that's Mary.
When it comes to recognition, computers are still pretty inept. They can be made to see by means of optical or magnetic sensors, such as those used by this bank check reader. But so far, computers are limited to recognizing simple, well-defined patterns, like post office zip code numbers, provided they're typed and properly positioned. But teaching a computer to generalize, to recognize that all these symbols mean the same thing, is more difficult. When it comes to language translation, computers aren't very bright either. Some progress is being made, but the problems are enormous. Essentially, they boil down to one fact. There is no such thing as an absolute one-to-one correspondence between the words of one language and those of another. For example, when out of sight, out of mind was put through one translating computer, it came out as the foreign language equivalent of invisible imbecile. Imagine what mechanical translation would do to slang.
It is a frightening thought. May I go on to the next definition? To think, to have feeling or consideration for.
Computer programmers have been known to fall in love with their computers, but no computer was ever observed returning the sentiment. In fact, computers are absolutely devoid of feelings, and a good thing, too. They neither play favorites with programmers, nor get angry at their mistakes. Best of all, they never get bored. Like other machines, they can do the same monotonous chores all day long without complaining.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
I can see the future now that no one else can see. You won't understand a word, so listen carefully. With bits and bytes and risk and dram, I'll turn your head around. I'm a techno wizard, but my thoughts are upside down. Office automation, office automation. Multitasking, high-res screen, graphics cards, and more. Macro, hyper, everything. Nips, nips, nips galore. Try a giant hard drive for a scuzzy fantasy. You will be a DP star with connectivity. Whoa, 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 whoa. straight from God. Kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte. Talking till the office workers nearly die of fright. Workstation, workstation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi, Start making sense. Start making sense. It's no good to overwhelm your customers this way. Talking specs and bits and bits is not enough today. When they hear this tanky jargon, it just makes them tense. Someone must come forward who can make it all make sense. 640K, no wait states, spell checking. Start making sense. Sparse recount, did glitter. Start making sense. Object-oriented screen dump, DTP. Start making sense. File server, BIOS. Artificial intelligence. Whoa, 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 whoa. Start making sense. Start making sense. It's Steve Ballmer in the hall. Steve said that everybody would understand this. Steve said that technology could be understood. Steve said if I couldn't explain the future, he could. He says he can tell it like it is. Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Steve Ballmer. Get me off the hook, will ya?
Someone must step forward who can make it all make sense. Someone must step forward who can make it all make sense. Someone must step forward who can make it all make sense. Someone must step forward who can make it all make sense. Someone must step forward who can make it all make sense. Someone must step forward.
Hi. Interested in buying a computer? Good. I'm interested in selling one, and I'm sure it's just the machine for you. It's got all the software you'll ever need. Free. And it comes with a lifetime memory. If you buy 2, you get these coupons for free pizza. If you buy 3, you can have my Rolex.
Slick talk, talking too much quick talk.
What do you want a computer for anyway? Wait, don't tell me. I don't care. What you need it for is your business. Making the commission is mine. Say, do you have your car scanner yet? Everybody's getting them. Can't live without a car scanner these days. Next big thing after car phones. Get them with a built-in fax modem. Connectivity. You scan things you might be working on in your car, like traffic tickets. Add some graphics, maybe some clip art that expresses your mood. And modem the whole mess to the State Patrol. Or you could say scan your hand, add some text, and fax modem it to some totally random phone number. All from your car. Seriously, isn't technology wonderful?
Slick talk, talking too much quick talk.
Look, you buy this Hummer right now, I knock off another 10% and throw in some more free software. Got a nice package. 200 foreign language desk accessories. We got, let's see, a date book written in Svengali, a calculator localized for Antarctica, a whole bunch of terrific stuff. Can't live without it, I'm telling you.
Customers hate empty chatter, sleazy deals, and stupid patters. They can see through your pretense. Send them someone who makes sense.
Look, whatever your name is, I'm in a hurry, so quit being such a wuss and buy something. You think I got all day to waste on a looky-loo like you? Think again, pal. I don't have to stand here and wait around for you. I could be out water skiing. In fact, I think I will. My colleague here will take care of you. His name is Rich McIntosh. He actually likes computers. So if you've got questions, ask him, not me. I still get my cut of the commission because I saw you first, and that's what selling's all about. Hey, Rich Mac, be a buddy and take over for me, will you, babe? I got some business to take care of across the lake.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
Software House, revolutionizing the way computer hardware, software, peripherals, accessories and furniture are reaching the end user. Software House's original superstore concept is unique in its industry. In locations averaging 20,000 square feet, one can find a selection of over 5,000 different items in stock from which to choose. These stores make it possible for the first time for a corporation or an individual to purchase the complete variety of hardware and software products they need from a single source at prices ranging between 30 to 80% below retail levels.
Even though we're quite large, there's still a feeling of a family, that we all really do work together. And I think the customers can really feel that.
The salespeople at Software House were extremely helpful. That's probably why I came back. This is where we needed to come. We'd be safe coming here to buy.
Increasingly sophisticated consumers, including business and corporate users, are finding it far more cost-effective to purchase IBM-compatible hardware as long as they can depend on the seller to stand behind the product.
What our customers like about Software House is the fact that we've got everything that you need as far as a total solution, including the hardware, the software, and the accessories. But we sell our application solutions as opposed to individual pieces.
These customers prefer dealing with a brand name superstore rather than ordering through the mail or running all over town. At Software House, they can actually see and compare products from among a huge selection and make purchases on the spot.
One thing that I've liked recently, you have people from D-Base and you have Lotus people come up here and put on demonstrations on weekends and so on, and that's been really helpful.
The strong support of all the products sold at Software House extends to its excellent service department.
The technical department facilitates the necessary handling that the equipment must undergo for it to be something that the customer can take home and plug in and use. That's our job. We make it work initially, get it delivered to the customer in working condition, and then should they have any problems with it, we keep it working on an ongoing basis.
We bought some graphics tablets that didn't quite work out with our software, and we got to exchange for a different graphics tablet on our AutoCAD, and we've used the service department. It's been outstanding.
Augmenting such thorough service and reliability and cementing Software House's position at the top of the industry is its reputation for the lowest prices in the market.
My experience is that Software House has the cheapest prices, including even published prices that are in the newspaper.
The prices are real favorable to other computer stores, and as far as that goes, discount and mail order, they compare real favorably.
Today, Software House sells primarily to sophisticated users, but the future promises much, much more. Computer literacy is spreading throughout the United States. Terminals and PCs are popping up not only in the workplace, but in 17 million U.S. households. Software House is uniquely positioned to garner an increasing share of this fast-growth market. Through its growing number of retail superstores in major urban areas and through its national direct-to-corporate telemarketing, Software House reaches major corporations, small businesses, professional offices, government agencies, educational institutions, and individuals. As the computer market continues to mature, technological advancements as well as obsolescence will help to create an ever-changing assortment, promising consistently high customer demand for next-generation products.
This morning I got a call from Miami, and they've got 6 or 7 things they need for the computer system, so I've got this shopping list here. It's kind of like going to the grocery store, which is very much like a big grocery store.
The future has never been brighter. Software House was little more than an idea in 1984. when founders Errol Jacobson and Michael Henna-Hobbits conceived of offering a large assortment of computer software and hardware, all under one roof, at deeply discounted prices. Errol is Soft Warehouse's President and Chief Executive Officer. Michael serves as Senior Vice President of Sales and is responsible for the introduction of many Fortune 500 corporations to the company. Today, the business has expanded to include 3 stores in Dallas, Houston, and Atlanta, with sales in excess of $140 million. Soft Warehouse is prepared to grow at a compound national rate virtually unseen in retail history. There are 12 new stores on the drawing board scheduled to be opened in the next 24 to 36 months. In the balance of calendar year 1989 alone, we intend to add 4 additional locations, more than doubling our current store base. Telemarketing growth will be just as dynamic, as these efforts initiate markets in preparation for new stores and develop a strong customer base with minimum investment. In preparation for the future, Soft Warehouse has assembled the management expertise necessary to create, grow, and operate a much larger company. The private investment firm of Dubin Clark & Company has arranged the financing for Soft Warehouse and will provide capital and lend its business expertise to support our future growth. Ron Dubin, chairman of Dubin Clark, is also chairman of the board of Soft Warehouse. Nathan Morton joined the company in May of 1989 as chief operating officer. Nathan had previously directed operations for Home Depot, a $2 billion national chain, and helped take it from 21 to 100 stores. He has 22 years of hands-on retail experience, and under his management has directed the growth at both Target stores as well as Home Depot. Senior Vice President of Administration Dr. Peter Lewin directs development and training. Peter's background includes a PhD in economics and years of teaching in the academic world. Stan Keith is Senior Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer. Stan is a certified public accountant and began his career with Arthur Anderson & Company. He currently directs the accounting, financial, and treasury functions within Soft Warehouse. We have divided the U.S. into operating regions and have added 3 very talented regional operations managers to head each. David Rosenblatt directs our Eastern region and was previously regional manager for Circuit City. Among his accomplishments include orchestrating the opening of 5 stores in a single day. Mike Stevenson heads our Western region and comes from Egghead Software, where as regional manager he developed his area from 10 stores to 15 stores in 18 months. And heading our Central region is Sam Crowley, who as regional manager for Federated Electronics Superstores oversaw 25 stores and 400% growth in 2 years. This management team understands that rapid growth cannot succeed without quality training. Therefore, the key members of this team will conduct the training programs necessary to instill the company's procedures and practices and maintain its entrepreneurial spirit. Quality training also entails extensive product knowledge classes for all employees. This knowledge is and will remain critical to properly serving our customers' needs. Operational and systems training is being organized and will be refined as the systems development process continues. Soft Warehouse is implementing innovative inventory control and other systems designed to effectively manage a major national retail company. The systems architecture currently being developed is custom tailored to Soft Warehouse's unique requirements. The revolution has just started as a natural evolution of the retail computer products industry. Soft Warehouse is taking the steps necessary to dominate its market in the 90s. Stay tuned.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
Jimmy? Oh, he's one of Billy's computer pen pals. They send messages to each other. I wish I knew how to use a PC. Oh, we sure love our system. Look, it's an entertainment center, a home office resource, and watch this. Have you seen all the things you can get on disk nowadays? Video, even sound effects. I even started my own part-time word processing business. I am really earning great extra money.
I went shopping for a PC last week. By the time I was finished, I was more confused than when I started. I even considered a how to use a PC video.
Trust me, I've been there. You can't learn how to use a PC from a video alone.
Well, so how did you get started? I mean, where'd you buy your system?
Actually, I didn't buy it in a store. I'm taking the Learning to Use the Personal Computer at-home training program from ICS Learning Systems. This entire 486 setup, color monitor, hard drive, speaker, software, even CD-ROM with multimedia came with my course. I also get access to the ICS Interactive Campus through America Online. So, if I get stuck, I can get an answer transmitted directly from ICS to my computer.
You get all this?
Everything. And I didn't have to worry about the confusing details of getting a compatible PC system. ICS did all that for me.
The idea of training at home sounds really convenient, too. I'd like to find out more. Where do I get some information?
To get free information by mail on the ICS Learning to Use the PC program, call this toll-free number right now. ICS will rush you all the facts. Find out how easy it can be to learn to use a PC and get the computer system at no extra cost. Call right now for your free color brochure.
Call 1-800-553-9999 right now for free information about the Learning to Use a Personal Computer program from ICS. We'll rush you this free information package by mail. Call 1-800-553-9999. Yes, with ICS, you can train to use a PC at home, so call now.
When was the last time using your email got you free stuff? Register for your free MSN Hotmail account from May 1st to May 31st, and you could win $5,000 worth of sports equipment. Just go to www.hotmail.com, get your free address, and you're automatically entered. Hotmail is accessible anywhere, so whether you're at home, work, or somewhere else, check your Hotmail whenever you want, because you'll never know what you'll find. Hotmail, it's where you're at.
Well, the AOL Time Warner mega merger yesterday has put the word broadband in the news. Well, what is broadband? News Center 4's Anthony Moore is here to explain it all to you and to us.
Well, Pete, AOL offers internet access and an archive of its own mostly online print information. Time Warner features video, CNN, movies, TV, and the like, and a nationwide cable system. Broadband is the marriage of those technologies. The best description I heard came from a pioneer in broadband, Excite at Home. They call it the internet on steroids.
Plenty of links on this week's webways to help you stay informed about...
That's not a TV show. It's broadband internet access.
Here we're downloading a 15 megabyte file in less than a minute that would take several hours to download on a regular dial-up connection.
Excite at Home connects a box to your computer and uses AT&T's cable TV system to offer the World Wide Web at 100 times dial-up speed, plus its own content.
Everywhere we can throughout, we're embellishing with video, graphics, animation.
High speed means you can access the internet's audio and video files as if it were an on-demand TV. For instance, instead of waiting for the news to come on at 6 o'clock and seeing the headlines in the order the anchors tell you,
you can click on that, a pop-up comes up, and then you can read a little bit about the information.
Debating for the third time in 5 days.
So this takes the newscast, breaks it up into easy digestible segments, so you get not just the things that you're interested in, but when and how you want it. So instead of, I want my MTV, it's, I want my MTV when I want it, how I want it, where I want it, and what device I want it in the house.
In theory, every internet website could offer TV quality video to the world. With broadband, we're all broadcasters.
If I'm looking for information about how to bake bread, and there's a small video there that teaches me how to bake bread in 5 minutes, that's a powerful solution.
But broadband capability also attracts big bucks media. Some worry that will stifle the internet's small guy creativity.
No question, as big media companies get involved, are we going to see similar levels of highly polished content on the web that we see, for instance, in television? Yes, but nothing's going to stop the fact that anyone, for very little money, can get on the web and put content up there that anybody in the world can see.